Good morning and welcome back to Almus Market Mornings, your daily dose of global financial updates. There are two rate decisions that will be in limelight, the rate decision by the Bank of Japan and the Reserve Bank of Australia. But the Japanese rate decision is going to be significant as there may be an exit from the negative interest rate policy. Good morning, JK. What are your expectations out of the upcoming rate decisions?
Good morning, Swaraj. Yes, we will have in less than 2 hours from now two rate decisions, one from Japan and another from Australia. There have been some agency reports saying that Japan will exit out of their negative interest rate policy and even may give up the curve control policy. Even many market men also believe, but going by the past experience, markets seem to be inclined to believe it only when it is actually announced, and hence yen has remained on the weaker side and Japanese stocks were higher yesterday. Also, Bank of Japan surprisingly announced an unscheduled bond buying program yesterday, which added even more to the uncertainty about today's outcome. Change, of course, will likely result in some unwinds in carry trades and yen strength. And as we approach the financial year end for Japan in March, repatriation pressures may also add to these moves. The second central bank to announce policy will be the Australian Central Bank at 9 India time. And they are likely to keep the policy unchanged, of course, but possibly maintain a hawkish tilt in their statement, pointing to sticky inflation, as with many other central banks. During the February meeting, they actually kept the rates unchanged, but they were actually hinting at they could actually raise rates further, especially if the inflation remained well above 2 to 3% target. After these, of course, we await Fed decision tomorrow, Bank of England and the Swiss National Bank on Thursday. Now, with unexpected quantitative easing yesterday, Japanese stock markets rallied more than 2%, while US markets were moving with more of corporate news, ignoring the economic uncertainty, and other markets have been mostly steady to weaker. Bond traders have been sitting on the sidelines. There's no fresh data from US yesterday to spur activity also. But we remain cautious on early rate cut prospects from the Fed, as there is a fresh rally in crude prices nearing 5-month high after International Energy Agency raised its 2024 demand prospects for oil. There have been reports of Ukraine attack on Russian oil facilities as well, while other reports indicate Russian attack on Ukraine's agricultural infrastructure. All these could actually affect the supply chain and in turn add to inflation. This will keep the central banks cautious on any early rate cut probability. The probability of a US rate cut in June has dropped to 56% from 75% a week earlier, and the market has only 72 basis points of easing priced in right now. Currency markets were relatively quiet. Dollar remained firm, with euro eventually relenting to the downside. We see there has been some selling pressure on the end crosses ahead of the Bank of Japan meeting. However, any larger move in the dollar should await Fed decision tomorrow. Rupee has been seeing strong support given to the dollar around 82.85 in recent sessions, as PSU banks have been active buyers, but 82.95 is also resisting. Higher oil prices and prospects of Fed tweaking their rate cut dot plot is keeping the rupee bulls on the defensive. We feel rates above 83 offers good opportunity to hedge near-term exports. Yes, we have had a very quiet session on the currencies in the last 24 hours, but I think action can pick up in the next 1 hour or a little over 1 hour if the Bank of Japan changes their policy. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, JK. And just quickly summarizing for the Japanese rate decision, there may be an exit from the interest rate policy and they may give up on the yield curve control, which is going to be quite significant. And this will cause some uncertainty in the markets. And if it's announced, leading to some unwind and carry trades. So we'll keep watching how things unfold. Oil prices have been rising. Maybe that's why rupee has been trading a little weaker. As JK mentioned, supports around 82.85 and 82.95. That's going to be the range. That's it from us today. Thanks for listening. Tune in tomorrow for the latest in the financial markets.